Hello, welcome back. We got some construction done. So we're at construction 8 now, which allows us to forge unique magic artifacts. I don't think I've ever forged an artifact before. Maybe I have, I don't know. But you can forge one per turn, so I'm forging one this turn. I'm not really sure what's good to forge or not, though. There's quite a lot of them. I'm making a bell this turn, though, so I'll look at that in a second. I'm going to get Conjuration 9 next. Take a few turns, but it would be cool if we could get up Enchanted Forests. We'll see if we can dispel something and put this up. That's the research, though. Cast Arcane Nexus. Cast it successfully. Doesn't take effect this turn, so we'll have to wait and see what it does exactly, but it's up. So there we go. And lots of battles as well. Had a battle in Baguloth. This is into Agartha's big stack. There's quite a lot of stuff here, but I mean, we have an awful lot of stuff, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Got all of our army buffs as well. There's Foul Vapors. Pillars of Fire. Cleared out most of the cavalry already. Coloured squares aren't very helpful here. I had to look up how you get the dual coloured squares. Apparently there's no hotkey for this, you have to hit M and get the menu up and then turn it on like that. So we're now grey and red, and Agartha is grey and yellow. Slightly better. Tengu go in. Firestorm and Acid Storm go up. Yeah, I mean, we clear this out pretty easily. That's probably the end of Agartha. I don't think they have much left. They certainly don't have many provinces left. And our Dominion is squashing theirs pretty rapidly too, so... there's Baguloth. So we lost 4 eagles, unfortunately. 6 Tengu. Wiped out 174 things though, so don't complain too much. 3 mages, bunch of units. Job well done. We also stormed Tianqi, but there's nothing in here. Somehow we still lost a bunch of Tengu though, and 3 Soheis. Actually, let's how did all that stuff die? Or just early crossbow fire? Yeah, I guess having a bunch of crossbows on your wall is pretty nice, huh? Well, either way, Tianqi is now also ours, so there we go. And saw, yeah, Pythium having lots of battles as well. Repelling Atlantis here, wiping them out here with a nice big stack of gelatinous cubes. Let's check those bad boys out. So Pythium has Gift of Health, so these are 95 hit point gelatinous cubes. You'll love to see it. Pythium seems to have lots and lots of armies of, well, randomly assorted garbage going everywhere. But he's rolling lots of people, so it seems to be working pretty well. Also got, yeah, there's another group of raiders hitting a 1 PD province. Let's see what this guy's doing. Nothing, just a couple of units getting protection cast on them. They're taking a 1 PD province. We found 1 magic site. I will show you that site. I managed to track it down. And 5 pots of gold gave us 507 gold. We got a down merchant in Resting Heights. That's another blood slipe per turn, which is quite nice. And some more Ronin in Green Harbour. Not a lot though, this time. Only 9 Ronin. It's a funny event though. The magic site we got from Strands is this Crystal Garden here. So we're currently on 20 pearls per turn. We took Baguloth back, which had the Marble Temple. Oh, I thought it was a pearl site. It's not. Oh, Starlit Pond is 1. Wonder where the other one is that we just got. Tianqi, do you make pearls? Maybe? Ah, there we go. We were on 17 last turn. Ginum's finished. Tiny Willow's open. Under siege in Tenver, but it's being repaired. And cured a disease. That's it for messages. So yeah, Nexus is up. So this should generate tons of pearls based on how many gems are being used in the world. So I'm going to try not using too many pearls while we save up a stockpile in case that gets dispelled. But once we've got a big stockpile, I'll just start dispelling people's globals and putting more of ours up. And it would be really nice to get up Enchanted Forest and Vengeful Water, just to have the most toxic Dominion imaginable. And we're still on Dominion 13, plus Enchanted Forest would be pretty brutal. Maybe cap it off by wishing for Dominion. Who knows? Pretty funny position to be in, though. So in Lomog, yeah, I mean, I'm almost at the point where I've done all of the kind of big stuff we needed to do with gems. I'll start just seeing what I can manufacture each turn, probably, just forever. Getting some of nature boosters at the moment, though. Also realised I should have been having my god holding the Ring of Wizardry, because it boosts his air magic for sight searching, and also gives penetration. So he's got that on him now instead. So we're up to 3 penetration and Astral 13 still. As long as we keep pushing Dominion into people, should be killing some things. Alright, anyway. Position-wise, down here, looking pretty defended now. Maybe we can put something together to attack this at some point. It's pretty lightly defended. Especially if Pythium is rolling at Erythea from this direction. Probably wise to try and grab that. It's on the back burner for now, though. I'm still just looking at Bogarus, to be honest. So up here we took Tianqi. I'm going to take a minute to summon some stuff. Getting some griffins, some fire snakes, some green lions, contacting some trolls. Just filling out the chaff. There isn't a lot of stuff in this army, so we'll get some more units. And we'll attack this throne in a couple of turns, probably. While that's happening, we also have quite a few diseased commanders for some reason. So I've moved the Cure-All Elixir over to this province, and those guys can sit there getting their diseases healed for a little bit. Also putting a temple down in Tianqi as well. And push some Dominion into Bogarus if we can. Over here, I'm moving what I can into Mapito Cliffs. So we're getting near the end of the game. I'll make sure we got all of our mages and stuff in the throne provinces. There's a bunch of stuff moving over. Some of it will take a few turns. Also made sure that we're doing recruitment now in all of our throne forts, so mages and a few units. Same in Furia. The same in Gamer. Just make sure that we're defending them as best we can. They're also all making Tengu each turn as well. Also doing recruitment down in Zenthra as well. So full recruitment, still getting Ryujin and all of our underwater forts as well. And had gold for a temple, and we got gold left over, so we're doing pretty well on economy. We just smashed the army in Bagyaloth, so the big stack can move to Agartha for a second. We'll see what this does. Then we'll start moving at this throne, probably. I want to threaten this throne before we move this army out, because it'll pull more stuff in this direction, probably. Away from this. So that'll be the plan. So we'll put everything back together in Agartha, see what we've got, maybe make a few more items, and start marching up. There is an awful lot of stuff around here, though. But we'll see what we can do. Might be able to hit it with some Seeking Arrows before we move in. And down here, Tiny Willow. Yeah, Agartha's basically out now. They have this stuff here, and the stuff sieging Tenvir, and whatever is in Tiny Willow. And they probably don't have much Dominion left either. They're certainly going to be losing gold because they don't have a fort at the moment because this is under siege. So I could just sit here and wait till they die, but I would like to wrap this up so that I can move some of this stuff over to Agartha. Or maybe just start raiding some of Pythium stuff to be annoying. Either or. So I'm just going to storm this immediately. We should be fine though, right? It's just a bunch of mages in here that are all like D1, E1. There's nothing crazy. So hopefully this goes well. We just have everything at the back here that's like good, so the whites and the Tengu and stuff. They're all just getting buffed with, yeah, Wave Warriors, Quickening, Moss Body. Lots of Gift of Flight. I'm hoping the Golem gets Flight. And then we'll just, yeah, land on the mages and kill them all. Even got this guy over who's doing some Soul Slays. Why not? So I'm hoping that goes fine and we don't have an upset. But yeah, we're just storming immediately. I don't think I'm even leaving anything in the garrison now. We'll storm it. Hope that goes well. Stick a temple down. Might move the golem over to Agartha then to join up with this army. Or maybe it can raid a bit, I don't know. Some of this stuff should probably move back to Mapito though to help defend it. But we'll see. For now, let's just make sure we take it. So this is all fine. This is all fine. Still moving priests around, as you can see. There's priests here moving around to put down temples. This priest's going to move here to put down a temple. This priest here moving here to put down a temple. Still just spamming temples everywhere. And for now, that is the turn. The artifact I'm making is the Bell of Cleansing. So this just auto-spells Cleansing Chime, which only affects demons. Does a ton of damage though. I thought that might be cool to put on a frontline thug if we're going to go against Burgerist, because I don't know, I can't see any blood stuff anywhere, but they are a blood nation, so I assume they might have some demons somewhere in a stack. Maybe not at the moment, but maybe soon. The bell is really cheap anyway. It's like 10 water gems, so we spent 6 on it probably. So I'll get that forged now, but yeah, there's tons of stuff we can make. There's lots of really cheap boosters, like the tomes, these things. They are tainted, so we don't want to hold them long term, but they're really, really nice if you just want to cast something. Flying ship's probably really good as well. 500 size points of 26 fly movement. Pretty good. There's tons of stuff. I really don't know what to make, what's good to make. Some of it seems sick though. I remember seeing a golem a long time ago with the dimensional rod. That's probably good. Lets him teleport. Also gives quickness. Also a pretty funny weapon. Yeah. I'll try and see if there's a more useful artifact to forge next turn though, who knows. But that is it for turn 70. I'm really interested to see what Arcane Nexus does next turn. The gems we get out of it. But thanks for watching. See you then. Hello, welcome back. We did lots of summons, search for sites. Erythea has Atalanta a quarter down the path, the golem as their new prophet. Some assassinations this turn. One of our Shigenjas, who was carrying a lantern, was attacked by 3 brass claw horrors. Didn't last very long. We also got assassinated by Pythium over... He found one of our priests that's walking around building temples. Decided to assassinate him. So we have an ungeared serpent assassin up against the priest. Priest unfortunately does not last very long. That's one way to stop us building temples, I suppose. That is over here, so... Interesting spot for Pythium to be. I guess they're walking around here trying to catch my priests. Lots of battles there, nothing too urgently interesting to watch. We can see Bogarus is walking towards Atlantis. Guess wanting to get in on taking some of their stuff before it all gets gobbled up by Pythium and Erythea. We also see Pythium walking into Erythea, bouncing off an air elemental cast by this guy basically. He just casts one air ellie and these guys all die. Similar sort of story elsewhere. Pythium attacking Erythea here, same thing. Just dies to an air ellie. There was a battle in Agartha, you might notice. Yeah, Agartha's god is back already. So he's instantly landed back on Agartha. Currently sieging it with some ghosts and a couple of heavy infantry. So yeah, you know, have to go and kill this thing again. Or not. Agartha is on the verge of being dome killed, I think. Yeah, so that's there. And there's also a battle at the fortress in Tiny Willow. So it is just mages, more or less. There's a couple of blind fighters. Some infantry in the front. Got our guys being buffed. So we have lots of our region laying down Quickening and Gift of Flight. Somehow the Golem manages to avoid all of those, I think. Oh, you got Quickness eventually, that's nice. Up to 12 combat speed? Okay. Not quite as good as I thought it would be. They just never cast Flight on him though, so he's sort of lumbering very slowly forwards. Looks like he just got enlarged though, that's quite funny. So mostly eagles and whites doing the killing bait here. It takes a little while, these guys can all give themselves 20 protection, so... some time spent chopping. Mostly just casting Frighten. There was just a Dominions patch that has quote-unquote fixed fear effects. Which, I don't know about you, but I always thought fear effects were incredibly strong to begin with. Apparently they weren't strong enough though. So they're now even stronger. So I don't know, maybe a bunch of dudes just casting Frighten might have routed us. But not this time. We managed to take the fort. Temple has been raised. Didn't cost us much either. Sad to lose the whites, but oh well. That is the last of Agartha's fortresses. So they're currently still sieging us in Tenver, and now his god is sieging us in Agartha. But yeah, he's got, what? Is this even Agartha's dominion? It is, yeah. He's got 2 candles here, 1 here, 2 here. Probably not going to last very long if I had to guess. I suppose I could have this guy preaching. Just hang out here for a second. Got this guy building a temple as well. In fact, a lot of these guys are moving to Mapito Cliffs. What I could do is have this guy preach as well. And this guy build the temple. Alright, now we've got 2 preachers here. We've got preachers in Tiny Willow, we've got preacher in Tenvir. We've got a bunch of preachers in Agartha now as well. Preach, preach, preach. And we are on Dominion 14. So I'm hoping we can just ignore this and Agartha just gets wiped out next turn from Dominion loss. Because they don't have any temples or anything. They do have a god spreading Dominion here now, but I'm hoping that doesn't matter. I guess we'll find out. Right. Strands, we found 2 mages and killed one of them. Didn't find any sites. Rainbow found 5 pots of gold, 544 gold. And Nexus, we absorbed 55 astral pearls. So since we have 20 natural gem income for pearls anyway, that's 75 pearls this turn. Which is pretty good. That's half of a recast of Arcane Nexus. I would like to stockpile enough gems to give it a big overcast if it gets taken down, so trying not to spend too many pearls at the moment. Lost Canyon Range, we got some Dominion, great. Love it. Polgrave, 1300 gold from the tax collectors doing a magnificent job. And Tiny Willow, we got a magic site. That's a Sky Split Oak or whatever it's called, yeah. So the fortress we just took gave us an extra free site, that's nice. Saw a battle in Tenvir. So where we're being sieged by these units, they just got attacked by wolves. Couldn't quite take care of it for us though. This wall is holding up fine still. And yeah, that's it for messages. Bit of disease over here. Looks like the first thing we cured was the daimyo. Okay, why not? Yeah, and here's the map now. So first thing, let's just check in before I forget with artifacts. We forged the bell. Give some fire resist, let you do demon killing every turn. I think that's kind of nice to put on something in the front. Next thing I'm going to forge is the Ruby Eye, which is a fire booster that also gives you water gems. We can put that on a fire Ryujin, that'd be quite useful for them. So we're going to go ahead and forge that this turn. And here's the map now. Not much happening this turn. We're doing a shocking amount of research now. Because everyone's stuck in Agartha is just researching for a turn. Because I just want to see if Agartha gets wiped from Dominion in 1 turn. It'll save us having to... Because if we break siege into the monolith, we're going to lose some things, which I'd rather not. So while we're waiting, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time making this army a bit stronger. So I'm going to summon some more mages when we have the gems for it. Still doing a couple more units. I've got a Firestorm caster over here, ready to go. He just needs a crystal shield. He's currently teleporting over to Green Harbor, which is the closest he can get, even with the range booster. wearing the Starfire staff. But with the range booster, he can get to Green Harbor, and can move in with Tianqi then. Trying to make sure we have pretty much every big spell we can possibly do. Might get another Ivy King next turn, might save up for another Troll King's Court, for the units as well. It is tempting to summon some of the Elemental Royalty too, but I don't know if that's super useful or not. We'll say it's cheaper than Troll King's Court anyway, I might do that. It's nice to have the trolls though as well as the thing. We don't have like a huge number of units here. I guess it's not too bad though. But yeah, we're just building up for now in these 2 points. That's okay. Speaking of Elemental Royalty though, I realized if we give this guy the Ring of Wizardry, in addition to these boosters, he'll be able to summon the King of Banefires, which is pretty interesting. So we need to save up 50 Death Gems. That's not too bad though, we're making 11. So 3 more turns. Sure, we'll do that. Forging wise, I'm going to start making Boots of Quickness and Moonblades every month, just so that we can gear out Throne Defenders when Cataclysm hits, nice and easily. Ideally, those items will go on Golems, and the Golems will protect the thrones. Worst case scenario, I can give those items to Ryujin though. I mean, they'll make fine Moonblade carriers, why not? So that's just prep work for when Cataclysm hits. And yeah, the plan's still just going to be to go after Bogarus' 2 thrones in a couple of turns. I'll just set up the last few pieces. And while that's happening, we are just stockpiling gems. Once we've got tons of pearls, yeah, I'll probably dispel Gift of Health immediately. And then try casting Enchanted Forests. Just because it, works well with everything else we're doing. And then after that, I'll try dispelling Erythea's globals and put up Vengeful Water. Will that happen? I don't know, but it's a cool plan. We'll have pretty vicious Dominion at that point. And excess pearls just go into wishing for Dominion, so we'll see if it pans out. Midgard has been very quiet all game. They look very small as well. I wonder what they're going to do, if anything. I don't know. But that's it for this turn, and those are our plans. I am still building temples. There's one going down here, and there's one going down here. I have a going gamer with some boosters doing Mind Hunt on this, to hopefully just get rid of that assassin before it gets to Tianqi. If it does get to Tianqi, though, we have lots of guys patrolling, including with Rings of Warning, which we still have, so it's quite a lot of patrol strength here. And I'm moving a commander over to Endless Ocean to maybe put a fort down here one day. Why not? It's another water province. And diseased stuff is still going to Ongbeloth. Over here, I'm putting what just took Tiny Willow into Mapito. So yeah, this is a throne fort. To make sure it's defended. There aren't many units here at the moment, but I'll move most of these mages back. As I recruit mages, they go into Mapito as well. The thrones will be quite easy to defend against horrors because we have like big astral mages we can recruit out of all of them. Gamer can recruit the Adepts of the Silver Order, so they can do some opposition with some boosters. Mapito has the Golden Order, so same thing. And Furia can get the other one, wherever that is. Iron Order. Same thing. So as long as we're making astral boosters, we can have lots of opposition spammers on these thrones. Or we can just recruit our own astral mages as communion slaves, which I'm also doing. Same for the lizards in Calum, more communion slaves. The last big arrow is attacking Utavania. So I'm sending out the Golem with a couple of reinforcements. I would just like to walk around here burning down these Pythium temples. He has lots of temples here. Lots of temples here. Would be nice to get rid of them. So that's what those guys are going to be doing for now. Basically just the Golem with probably some quickness and maybe some flight. Backed up by 3 whites and some claymen. And a couple of water alleys as well. Should be okay. Yeah, and that's the turn. Just double check. Anything else? Lots of research. There's the Mind Hunt. Hopefully get that assassin. Temples. Teleporting the Fire Mage over to Tianqi so that we have a Firestorm caster. Making quickness and Moonblades every month. There's the Ruby Eye, Crystal Shield, some more items for that Firestorm caster. Still summoning some bits and pieces in Tianqi to give us some more chaff. More temples. And yeah, that's everything. Alright. So hopefully Agartha just gets wiped out next turn. That simplifies things over here for us. And then I'll probably just start marching into Burgerus. He's sieging the Atlantean fortress here. I wonder if he's going to try and snag some of Atlantis' stuff and ignore me for the time being. Which would be in error. But, you know, fingers crossed. It's turn 71 though. Thanks for watching. See you next time.